Yeah, it's still looking blurry. Right. Trying to get some clear images of a pimp and what a pimp's got. What a pimp is got going on. Right. Some pimp art. Right. Me creating some of this pimp art. Some more pimp art. It's still in the processes. But we would like to show this. And speak on this a little bit. Yeah, Gucci. What's up, Gucci, babe? My little babe's Gucci. Here's the door. Here's the door, and Gucci like to get in the video some. But yeah. Alright. My little pups. Trying to see here. Pimp it up a little bit. So we got the lighting in this one. So let's see, this one gonna be here talking, right? The lighting, right? You see, you're gonna pimp it up a little bit. But this one. See what a pimp's got going on at the moment. Yeah. Oh, look at that. He's on the hood. He's on the hood. All in the hood. All in the hood. See, I already changed the colors and everything. I'm trying to get it to how it looks, right? Right. Yeah, see, every time. We got to talk about this, right? We got to talk about this time, right? Anyhow, it's me to Count. Count HOODRiCH the Pimp. And on here again, trying to put a video on this YouTube. About some of the things me is talking about, right? And in some previous videos about this eon, right? Eon. And looking into this even goes into even more things, right? And how me does this and all this, me can talk about, record, put on there. But me's been having some, me ain't saying having, but there's something to that even, right? And then in some videos talk about me some more, just, you know, who is me? Who is the Count? Who is Z? My name is Z, right? All right. And so me can get into what all that is about, right? And some other videos. Since this recorder that me has got to do this only records about 17 to 20 minutes, something like that. So me doesn't record a whole lot of talking, right? Right. I would say it, plus the language and all this, right? Like me said, it's a deceptive language. Me grew up as a baby, a Bobby Y, right? In this life to gather this type of information, but this life is what this is. Me's talking about, right? And me is still in this life, 40 years old, right? is how it's spoken in this thing, right? Right. Right. And like me said in another video, pimp is a player mission possible, right? Player mission possible. This thing spells it, this realm says PIMP. So me says player in mission possible, right? The way the language is spelled, right? I-N, right? Yeah. But this goes into this I. And me was talking about this in some other videos about this eon that is a E that transforms into these I's, right? And so breaks apart this E, and me can even draw what this E looks like. Me will do another video. I wouldn't feel like doing it now, right? But yeah, what is the name of it? Me trying to think. We looked into Eastern Michigan. If anything could look up some emblem, it's an E. That's the E of this eon. It isn't just the lines of an E. It's got the little. I'm trying to see here, like it's like E, and then see there's a line for the E, then over, and then goes down like this, and then on the bottom does the same. Got this little up, this little hang down thing. And this is this E eyes and how it turns this E into these eyes, right? And how this thing talks about the all-seeing eye of God, right? God, like me said, shortened for gangster of death. But looking into this, it even goes into more about this Adam and Eve. It's all really started with this atom, and this E was of this Eve. And so me's been looking into this, and we'll talk more about this. But as far as what me saying about this invisible killing, how is this going on? This whole world's dying, these worlds and these universes dying, all because of this, right? And it's all because of the yin-yang. The yin and the yang. How some think as like the balance of complete change, right? But that's not how me thinks of it, right? But that's how some think of it, the balance of complete change. And me will talk more about that in some other video. But this one's all about bugging. Bugging out is going to be my topic in this pimp talk, right? And that's when we got this look now, this pimp look. Ninja nigga pimp. Like. And that's what that is, like a common kind of phrase, to be bugging. Is something bugging, or something's been bugged, right? Or something like that, right? And why the different species and things that shouldn't really be carnivores and all this type of stuff, carnivores and all this, right? And still use these type of terms in its terminology, right? And it's all because me looking into what these eyes do. And in other videos, me did talk about what this eye is, or these different eyes is, right? And so to me, it's talking about Europus, and then you got this moon that leads Europus, calling this thing the York, right? And so that Jupiter is where this York is stationed, and so glitched itself and down here to what is called this moon, right? And this moon records history, just like human history, how it's spoken this round, right? but all like world histories or whatever world histories it did record. And whenever it recorded this, right, this me is looking into, it seemed like the name would be atom, just like the molecule, atoms, ATUM, right? That's how me saying it with this Eve, right? Back in like this biblical creation story in the Bible, right? But also it's spelled with this O, ATOM, right? And so that O seems something to do with what me talking about, these eyes recording. And the U's got something to do with the story of Adam and Eve and why Eve isn't really mentioned and all this, right? Right. And we can talk more about that in some other videos. But what is going on is, once this atom moves this E and moves it around to puppet different things, even like this eyes, this York eyes, different ways to record world histories. This atom is what's known as God. And so we'll combine these histories together. Like what this thing is called in human, me thinks of as evolved mouse snake variations, right? These are evolved mouse snake variations, right? And we'll combine that with like the bugs that really bugs recorded in world histories serve a total different purpose than what's being talked as humans, right? Bugs in world histories is like the first things that show up and live to like test the stuff to live with, right? But the bugs got a very deadly way of finishing this process when done testing the stuff to live with. These things will kill each other, do all type of horrible things, and there's a hierarchy to it, to where the bugs cannibalize each other. But it's in order to crush up, to crush up the stuff that was lived, right? And so that things come later, it's like fresher, new, livable material, right? Like it's been shredded up, right? And so, way later, things like humans and stuff can go live how it's talking, right? Other things can evolve there. But the bugs are like the first ones to test this stuff. So this atom, eon, and all this when it's doing this is combining these world histories on things, and even the things when living, and so making all these species go extinct with these bug recordings that really possess the minds and everything of the things that are living at the time, right? These are very powerful recordings, and this is why this all-seeing eye of God is recognized. It ain't really spoke about, but it's recognized as something that's very powerful, right? And it's because of these world history recordings, all right? And so me started this thinking about this horrible life that me has lived and endured, right? And been trying to discover the answers of what is aliens or extraterrestrials, demons, and all this, because this all got to do with this. God and Satan and all this, right? It's all things mentioned in this life. And so all mysterious mentions to begin with, right? And still, without me looking into this, are still very mysterious, right? Right. And so taking the time out to go ahead and clear up some of these mysteries based off of my discoveries. We don't think of it as that word, but my information gathering It's more how me thinks about it, right? And that is a mission of mine amongst many as a pimp, a player in Mission Possible, right? Right. And so me already spoke about this blind eel that led to me to this sharks with the you. Why these things all talk you, your, I, right? How it's controlling different things like that with these two combined recordings of different world histories, timelines, humans and then bugs, right? And so combine them together, and that's why even the humans speak like that. It seemed like slang terms, you know, what you bugging for, what you bugging about, right? That thing bugging out, you know, just things like this spoke, but it never mentioned what this is, right? Until now, it seems, right? So talked about that, then led me to this Satan, thinking about this Satan, and then led me to thinking about this dragon of revelations, this Woody, this W-U-D, Wood, it was known as also, right? This dragon of revelations, the green dragon of the universe, right? And then that led me to talk about this eon, right? And that is this E, but this E is used by this atom that was once Eve's, and it seems like there's a whole wild story to that me is still looking into. And like me said, me cannot record along with this thing, so me have to make another video to speak about that and on that, as far as my thoughts on that. But that's all me wanted to say at the moment. And we'll look into making some more videos about this information at some later time. But in the meantime, gonna go ahead and pimp it up and bug on out.